Hey everybody, my name is Robert Duff. I am the Muddling Mixologist over at muddlingmixologist.blogspot.com, and I'm here to give you a tutorial on my very favorite cocktail in the entire world, and that is the Sidecar. Okay, so what I have in front of me is some Cognac, some really awesome Remy Martin Cognac that I got for Valentine's Day this year. Thank you. Some Cointreau, which is basically triple sec but up a notch. Much better than triple sec. We'll talk more about that. And some lemon. Okay, and that's all you need to make a Sidecar. The Sidecar is a Prohibition era cocktail, and one thing to keep in mind for Prohibition era cocktails is that cocktails originated around Prohibition because they needed to basically dumb down the flavor of some really terrible alcohol that they had at the time. That's why there's mixers like juice and stuff like that in Prohibition era cocktails. That isn't the case anymore in this this day and age. We have really awesome alcohol that doesn't need to be doctored too much. So when I'm using these ingredients, I'm gonna play with the measurements a little bit from the original recipe because I don't need to power out the taste of this awesome cognac. Okay, so the original recipe for a Sidecar, at least as far as I can tell, is 2 to 1 to 1. So 2, 1, 1. Okay, you can do that in ounces or whatever measurement you want. I'll be doing it in ounces. However, when I make a Sidecar, especially with this type of cognac, you can do it with any type of cognac. I've actually seen it done with brandy as well. But you want to play with the amount of lemon juice you put in there, okay? Because you can very easily overpower the entire drink with lemon juice, and then it kind of screws it up. So I'm going to give you 2 presidential vetoes here, okay? 1, you're not allowed to make a Sidecar if you don't have fresh lemon juice to squeeze. And 2, you're not allowed to make a Sidecar if you don't have Cointreau instead of triple sec. Think of it this way, Cognac is kind of inherently a good alcohol. You're not going to find Rite Aid brand cognac in a plastic bottle that tastes like crap. It's always pretty good. So why would you want to screw up that good alcohol with a crappy triple sec like, Dukai Pure or whatever the brand is that is just kind of cloying and not very sophisticated. Cointreau is originally what was used with, the original recipe Sidecar, and it's just, that's what you need to use basically, okay? So you're going to want to use Cointreau, not triple sec, and real lemon. Okay, so let's get down to it. I'm going to use a jigger for this because I want to be careful with my ratios and I'm not in a bar or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use a jigger. This has a 1 ounce and a 1 1/2 ounce measurement, so I'm going to go ahead and use the 1 ounce measurement for my ratios here. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 ounces of cognac. I'm going to pour this straight into my mixing cup, my mixing glass. Okay, 1 ounce of Cointreau. If you don't have Cointreau, seriously get it. It's like makes any cocktail that has some sort of orange liqueur, it just steps it up a notch. Okay, so 1 ounce of that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze fresh some lemon juice, and I'm gonna use probably 1/2 to 2/3 an ounce. Okay, I don't need to use that much. Now when using this type of squeezer for your lemon, a lot of people make the mistake of putting it this way so that it matches the shape of the squeezer, but that's really not what you want to do, okay? That's a mistake. You flip it upside down like this so that when you squeeze, it flips it back to that normal shape, and that's how you get the juice out, okay? So it should have a little bloop coming off the top right there. So we're going to squeeze that straight into my jigger. Okay, set that aside. And now I actually put a little bit too much in here, so I'm not going to pour the entire thing, just most of it, just like that. Okay? Now this is a shaken and not stirred drink. You shake it because it has opaque ingredients, being the lemon juice. You only stir basically things that are completely clear or 100% spirits. This has a mixture of lemon juice in there, so you're going to go ahead and shake it. Sugared rim. One cool thing if you're making this at home is you have the option of doing something that I like a lot, which is sugaring the rim and then putting this whole thing in the freezer, so you kind of candy the rim a little bit and you have a nice chilled glass. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour my drink into the shaker, do a nice smack on the back. Solid shake. Break the seal. Okay, and pour. There it is. That's the Sidecar. Let's see how it tastes. So good. So good. Thank you guys for joining me. Go ahead and head over to muddlingmixologist.blogspot.com, and I'll have this post detailing all the ingredients and all that good stuff. All right. Thank you.